Workout apps, movie apps, gaming apps. There could be dozens of them, but that's great for the consumer, but not necessarily so great for developers that actually make those apps. That may be getting ready to change, at least where Google parent company Alphabet is concerned. So joining us to break this down is Michael Snyder, technology reporter at USA Today. Michael, thank you for joining us.
Good morning.
Good morning. So what's the problem here? Why is there a renewed focus on the App Store?
Well, the problem is there's so many apps, but there's also so much creativity happening with developers coming up with apps. But how do they get noticed? You know, there's more than 3 million apps already available in the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store combined. So it's kind of hard to get to the top. And unfortunately, that means that the apps that have been out for a long time kind of get all the best space. I mean, right now, still the most used apps are things like Facebook and Facebook Messenger and YouTube. So, you know, it looks like Google and Alphabet are trying to find a way to get this new stuff, get the new cream to rise to the top.
Certainly. And can you give some insight on how Google Play specifically may change in light of all this? How will the App Store expand and develop? What would that look like to, I guess, get some of those newer players in more visible spots?
Well, it sounds like some of their internal teams are going to be working together to try to make these happen automatically through a kind of a nebulous technological concept called machine learning, where you know the software kind of learns to adapt to what the user is doing. So say you have an Android device and you do certain kind of apps, might recognize what you're interested in and what you need, and maybe when you go to the Google Play Store, it might bring certain apps up to the front for you to see, and you might be more likely to download those.
Can you compare the difference between Android and Apple's app stores, maybe some pros and cons, both in terms of developers and consumers where iOS and Android systems are concerned?
Well, when you look at the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store, you know, both of them have about 1.5 million apps in there. So it's hard to find things. But when it comes to money, Apple makes a lot more money. The apps in there drive more revenue for the developers and for Apple themselves. So what Google needs to do is try to find a way to get developers, you know, to find a way to make more money for them and get the users to get apps that will generate that. So they're going to use this machine learning and artificial intelligence to try to rise these apps up to the top that the users might find more valuable to their lifestyles.
It certainly also sounds like if this is something that works, especially with Google potentially taking less revenue from these developed apps, it's something that could actually maybe pressure the revenue model on the Apple side as well.
Well, you know, what Google will do is they'll take a little bit less money and the developers will keep more money from what's being spent within the game or the app or whatever we're talking about here, and that'll drive, you know, continued innovation among other developers. You know, Apple itself has done something like this, where if you have an app that you've got in the App Store and a user subscribes to something for a year, after that, Apple will give more money back to the developer itself. So you're seeing both Apple and Alphabet, Google, try to find a way to give developers more money back from the apps they create, and this will drive continued interest in creating apps.
Yeah, well, it's like the old saying says, content is king. It's just one more place where that's playing out. Michael Snyder, thank you for joining us today. Thank you for watching. I'm Morgan Brennan. Have a great day.
Hey CNBC fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Here you're going to find videos packed with all of the information that you need to be smarter about your finances. You can subscribe by clicking right here and click on all the videos around me or the I right here to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.